Happy Sunday afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Yes, it is a Sunday treat for you all. And when I get to the other side, I'll actually explain why it's a Sunday treat for you all. But me and Tim have been at work most of today. We've had some deliveries today, I know, on a Sunday, but we had a big delivery today. So we were sorting through that. I started to get a little bit overwhelmed. And yesterday I said to Tim, I think we should do a show on Sunday. And he's like, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I decided we were doing a show on Sunday, but I started to get a little bit overwhelmed. And I thought, you know what? I need to just calm down. I need to chill the beans and I need to craft. So Tim's like, let's just do a show. Let's just do a show. So I wanted to craft. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the show. And the second one is I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the stock that we have in this building. And due to the absolute success of our £1 item, I've kept the item on. So welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Toni and you're in for a lovely, lovely Sunday afternoon treat because we're going to do some amazing crafting. I've got my hot glue gun out. We are really going to have some fun, guys. We're going to experiment with sizes, envelopes, boxes. So if you are here, I appreciate your company. I appreciate you being here to craft along with me. And I appreciate you making the day a better day for me because as it stands, the anxiety was in the throat earlier. Tim's like, you just need to craft. And that's what normally happens to me. So welcome, everyone. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up, give us some hearts and pop a comment underneath as well. And that will help us grow our platform. Now, straight into it, okay? My boy's happy. He's in the other room. He's got his friends on. He's got his lovely chicken sandwich. Tim's here with his herb tea, so he's happy and I'm crafting, so I'm happy as well. I will do you all a little bit of a shout out, but let me show you some of the items I've put in the show just in case you don't have them. But please do know that if you are here to watch and craft along, because lots of you have my product already, that is amazing. You do not have to spend a penny to come and say hello to me, appreciate the company and just basically share the love of craft. And hopefully, if you have the items in the show, I'm going to give you that little bit of mojo, that little bit of come on to dig them out and get crafting for Christmas, okay? Because we're going to do a bit of Christmas craft as well. So I'll do a little bit of a shout out straight away because there's lots of you on. Sundays are super duper popular because nobody else is live. So I get to have you all to myself today, all to myself. So we've got Michaela on, we've got Patricia, all liked, blooming heck, you're all liking, sharing today. What's up with you all? Jeepers, creepers. Patricia, Michaela, Rosemary, Cheryl, Iris. And then over on Facebook, we have Joanne Feathers. It's a lovely name, that. Surprised to see you on a Sunday. Greetings from Ohio. Well, welcome, sweetheart. I'm hopefully going to encourage you to dig out some of the items you've purchased from me, but equally, if you don't have any of my products, it costs nothing to watch the show. So hopefully you might have some 12 by 12 paper, you might have some sparkles, and you might have some glue so we can craft together, right? So there's lots of hearts coming in. Let's get into the show and then we'll have a nice chat. I've got my cup of tea. I've got my new herb tea because I'm getting into the herb teas because Tim's a massive fan of the herb teas and I'm on Peace today. It's called Peace, can you believe it or not? And I'll tell you a little story when we get to the other side. So first item, straight out of the box, is our £1 item. Now, lots and lots of you invested in this last week. Lots and lots. Over 1,200 people, actually. So I would like to say I made £1,200, but actually that's not the case because you all got them for pretty much 80p. 80 pence. Which is crazy. Me and Tim were talking about this today. 80p. I was like, I didn't realise that, you know. I do realise now, but 80 pence for like an Imala stamp, a 12 by 12 paper, a lamination stamp. That is the only time you are ever going to get those pieces at 80p. Okay, however, so you all got them. I've had lots of messages from you all and lots of messages on the papercraft page as well, basically saying blown away, absolutely blown away. And I know when I say to you that when we give you the steals and the deals, we really do try to give you above and beyond. And it is just a way of not sending you rubbish, guys. It's a way of exhausting overstock for us as well, because like I say, it is overwhelming at times, and we are still holding lots of stock from when we were live on UK TV too. So what I've done today is, I know that lots of you have bought before and are probably thinking, if I buy again, I'm going to get what I bought before. So what I've done is I've changed the £1 items. So if you purchased, say, £5 worth of the £1 items before, they've all gone now. So you're not going to get any more of those. So I have put a whole bunch. I've actually put 40 different £1 items for Becky. New ones, which are not the same as before. So if you enjoyed them and you appreciated the value of them, then we have 40 new £1 items. So I can give you a heads up on what's in there. We have paper, we have cardstock, we have 12 by 12 papers. There's new Imala, there's new lamination. Trying to think what I've put down there as well. There's some sparkles, cardstock. There's lots of different things. Okay, so you're going to get them for about 80p. So if you want to invest, so any £1 items purchased from this live show starting at 3 p.m. on Sunday UK time, okay, they will be different to what you've purchased before. So if you thought, you know what, I have a ton of different Christmas presents here for £5. I wish I'd have got more, because a lot of you said, how long is it staying on for? And I said it was coming off on Friday. Well, here we are on Sunday, but it's brand new product, okay? So if you want to invest, get investing, okay? Now, it's just a way of me obviously exhausting overstock, as I keep telling you all. So if you want to support with that, of course you can do that. But equally, the value is there. There is no cheat system with Stamps by Me. We are very transparent in everything that we do, as you all know. That's why you're all here every day. And you all miss me when I'm not here, actually, because I didn't do a one-day special on Friday because we did something with the boy because it's the school holidays. But I feel like I need you more than you need me, hence why we're doing a show on the Sunday. So let's have a look. We've got Lizzie on. Afternoon, and everyone. Toni, I hope you're well. Hi, everyone, says Bernadette. Hi, sweetheart, I hope you're well. So what's everybody doing on this Sunday afternoon? Is everybody warm? Is everybody cosy? Please put your heating on now. It is too cold to sit without heating. I'm telling you as your mother, put your heating on. Come on, you need your heating. I would rather you not spend with me. Put your heating on, guys. We need to be warm. Life is so much better when you're warm. I'm like an onion here. I've got the heating on and I've got 3 layers on. So I look really slim when I take my clothes off. Literally. Right, so that's the £1 item. If you want to add a few of those to your basket, please do so. And that's just an awesome way of giving back as well. So the second thing that I want to talk about, we've got multiple items in the show. If you're thinking, do you know what, Toni, I've got everything, that's fine. I've got something to tell you about when we get to the other side as well. So the next item that I want to tell you about is the boxes, okay? So we've got 3 boxes here. It's not £45 per box. It's £45 for all 3 boxes, okay? And in here are Stamps by Me goodness that I just couldn't give you for £1. I just can't give you for £1. But if you are wanting something for a community group, a craft class, just for yourself as a treat, this is going to be a great option. Now, it's £45 and you do get your club discount if you are in the club, and you also get your points above and beyond, okay? So each box is filled with goodness. Now, when I did these on my TikTok platform, one was 20, one was 35, and one was 50. So you get all 3 for £45. You get your discounts above and beyond that as well. Tim wouldn't let me bump the price up to get your points. He's like, no, 45. So you get all 3. Item number for this one is 2601025, all filled with Stamps by Me goodness. But to say thank you, me and Tom have packed a further box for absolutely nothing. So you're going to get all 4 for the 45. So the one that me and Tom's put together just to say thank you is absolutely free. It's not built into the price or anything like that. It's got the thank you sticker on, okay? I have a limited amount of these because obviously they are all different items. Let me tell you, in some of the boxes you have Cosmic Shimmer. There are some glue guns in some of them. There are some jelly plates in some of them. There's some Ciao Bella. There's a ton of Stamps by Me, of course. Now, what I will say to you, though, guys, is we can't exchange anything if you've got it. If you are an avid follower of Stamps by Me and pretty much buy everything, the chances are you are going to get duplicates, okay? So please don't buy if you don't want duplicates. I know a lady on the Papercraft page said she bought 20 and she was surprised that she only got 2 duplicates. That's blooming brilliant. However, I don't want the email saying 19 out of the 20 I already have because I buy everything. Well, don't buy it, guys. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money. Save your money for something that we're going to be launching up and coming towards the end of the year. But if you are wanting an absolute saving with hundreds of pounds worth of saving, that is a box system for you. You're going to get it for 40 quid and less, okay, for all 4 boxes, okay? Absolutely beautiful. And they're beautiful gift boxes too, so you can use the gift boxes above and beyond as well. 92 of you have those in your basket. I don't have that many. I don't have that many. Item number 261025 Alpha, okay? Well done if you've got that one secured. Now, if you have items on our box, if you have orders that have not left the building, you can add that to your previous order with no extra postage cost. Now, we all know these are heavy. So you can add them all to your order if you have an order on the box. But if you don't, $5.99 anyway is still an absolute bargain for those. So the next items on the counter are our holly and berry. The reason why I've put this in the show is because I'm using it today. And I have a ton of Christmas bits and pieces pre-cut already from our last Christmas shows. And I'm going to utilise these in today's demo. So I've put all of it in the show, okay? So if you missed out on this, this is, I personally think that over the course of the last 10, 15 years, this is my best Christmas paper collection so far, and I have done some belters. They're all blooming brilliant, right? I don't know why I love this one so much. It's different, it's unique. And being able to do the floral building element of it, I think it really sets it apart for me because we've never done anything like that before. So in this particular collection, if you are a club member and you do have points, you're going to get it reduced. And I always say to you, pop it in your basket, have a look at the price point. If you're happy, check it out. If you're not, take it out your basket, okay? Because wherever you are in the world, you're all going to be paying different prices because of where you are, who you are, and your points system. Club members, not club members, points, bought, purchases in the past, okay? So you have holly and berry 12 by 12. We have the 7 by 7 sort of like skeleton leaves, which is essential. Then we have the 7 by 7 pattern. Up here we have your painted mounts, which are cards in themselves. And then across here you have your 2 die sets with the foliage and the lovely poinsettia die. We're going to use these, we're going to use this, and we're going to use this in today's demo. But let me just show you some of the imagery in this. Now, 46 of you have this in your basket. I thought all of you would have had this, but I've put it in because people might be tuning in for the first time. So this is the holly and berry 5 by 7, 8 designs, 16 pages, 300 DSM painted mounts. Okay, these are beautiful. Let me show you these. Should have got some samples, actually. I was too giddy to show you what I'm going to be doing with them. So if you're thinking, do you know what, Tony, love it, 70 quid stretch. Well, you can go and buy everything as an individual over on the website. Go and check it out. The best saving is the bundle, but of course, you can go and buy them out. So these are like postcards. So you just pop your sentiment on them, stamp on them, emboss them through your machines if you want to. I will have a look at all your comments when I get to the other side, guys. How wonderful are these? So there are your mounts. We'll have a look at the papers over at the other side. So the item number for this one is 050925 Alpha. Now, if you have this and you haven't opened it or used it, I am going to get you to use it today. Get it out that packet, guys. Get it out that packet because I'm going to show you some lovely ways to use it. So 050925 Alpha for the complete collection, but as you know, they're all available as individuals as well. Now, the star of the show, You're all talking to your friends, are you? You're all ignoring me today. You're all talking to your friends. All right, I understand. So, next item on the counter, the star of the show. And this is what I've been saying for months. Get your envelope box, board, get them, because at some point before the Christmas, I'm going to play with them. Well, today, I'm playing with it, guys. And the reason I'm playing with it, one is I've got a warehouse full of these, although I am not wanting to get rid of them. These are our sort of like core line. These will be in our business forever. And I love our envelope and box tool. I think this is the third year, Tim. Is it the third, maybe? Third year that we've had this. Well, you can see by the code. Everything's coded. So 18, 10, 23, bravo, okay? And we just keep selling, and we just keep selling, and we just keep selling these. This is an amazing piece of kit, and I'm going to show you in its true form. If you've got this, get it out, because we're playing with it in 10 minutes, okay? So this is the most amazing, simplified envelope and box maker. And this makes glueless boxes. So you don't have to have any glue. You don't have to have anything like that. It makes boxes that you can put shorts, socks, ties, cosmetics, chocolates, whatever it may be, perfume inside. So here's one that I quickly put together. No glue to make that box, guys. Not any glue at all. And what if I said to you, you can make a coordinated envelope as well to go with, to boot. So we're going to decorate this today. So if you haven't got one of these, it's an essential in your craft stash. It's essential. It's the only thing I'm going to tell you to buy today if you have the budget for it, okay? So it's $39.99, item number 181023 Bravo, and that is your box and envelope tool. Now, also in the show, I have popped some items that I'm going to be using on my demonstration. So very quickly, we have 3 items here. All, again, items that probably most of you have, but because it's Sunday savings and we've got a lot of savings in the show, I am using these, so I thought I would add these to the show. So the first one is the media glitter. Media glitter, the best ever. It's colourless, which means it looks like ice. It's got no colouring. You know when you have the glitter that has... It says it's colourless, but it has an iridescent effect. Well, not with this. It is totally colourless, which gives you the icicle effect. So on roofs, on trees, on flowers, and it just adds that sparkle that only catches the light. It doesn't catch like reflections or anything like that. It just sparkles off the light. It's absolutely wonderful. You can colour this as well. So if you pop it in a little jar and add some alcohol in, you can colour it up yourself. So this one is $8.99, item number 050923 Alpha. It's a big pot. It will last you a long time, but this is the one that I am using today. Now, to use that, you need some glue that dries clear, okay? And the one glue that I'm going to recommend is these. Now, I did say a couple of months ago, if you've never tried this glue, get the small one, because it's not the cheapest of glues, but it's blooming brilliant. Get the small one and then see if you like it. And if you like it, then you can buy this one without having to buy a ton of these and wasting plastic on the packaging and things like that. You remember when I said that? So if you did get the small one and loved it, we do have the big one in stock. Okay, so you can just keep topping up your little bottle. But if you haven't tried this glue, maybe it's glue you might want to try. It dries clear. It's got fast grab with paper as well, so it's got a really low water content. So you don't get the lumps and bumps. It grabs really, really quickly. It's just a blooming brilliant glue. It dries totally transparent as well. So it's brilliant for your sparkles and your glitters and things to put on your cards. But it's fast grab and it's quite strong too. It's got no scent as well. It has a slight scent, but compared to all of the glues that I've ever tried, it's minimal. Okay, so get the big one and top up your little one if you want to. So item number 1, uniform Mike 899. Get your glues, guys. You need your glues. So that's the counter. The boxes are flying. Tim's panicking. He's like mouthing to me, the boxes are flying. I can read, I can lip read. So let's get to the other side and let's have a conversation about what we're going to do, because I've got lots of goodness here. As you can see, I've got my peace tea. Is everyone okay though? Brenda says, I adore this glue. So do I. So do I. Not sure. Before we get into craft, though, I need to tell you about something that Tim has received from me and Tom. And it is so cool, guys. So, you know how like advent calendars and things like that? Well, we love a good advent calendar in our house. We have the ones that I do, which Tom refills for me and Dad. And then we get sort of like an inexpensive advent calendar too. So it's sort of like more gimmicky, but it's fun to have something nice every day, isn't it? So me and Tom bought Tim, I don't know if you've ever heard of tea, that's called Puka, P-U-K-A. And it's 25 days of flavoured tea. for December. So we opened it and it smelled absolutely delicious. So it's like it's got a little hole in the top and it hangs, and it's got 25 days of different types of tea. So you can imagine Tim was delighted, and it smelt absolutely wonderful. So Tim's got his lovely tea calendar. I think it might be coming through the laptop, that one, Tim. No, somebody's talking to me. So I wanted to tell you about that because he was absolutely delighted, and he sat and stroked it for about 20 minutes. So the glue is fab, says Nancy. Michaela, it's good glue. I've been using it for a long time. Michaela, I think, probably used it way before me. I did have eyes on it at one point, but then I tried to do my own glue with low water content, and then I ordered a ton, and it came, and it was good. It was good enough, but I haven't really pushed it because there are better glues out there, and I'm not afraid to admit that either. But that is a good glue. It really is a good glue. So, oh, Iris has just ordered the advent calendar, Tim, because the kids are giving them money towards. Oh, that's made us very happy. Just ordered the boxes. That's correct, Leslie. Thank you for pointing that out. Leslie says there is an additional £5 charge delivery on it because of the weight. So just bear that in mind. Thanks, Leslie. I forgot to mention that. Ooh, I'm in bother. Yeah, okay. I'll get to that in a second. Just 1 second, darling. So, Julie says, sometimes I find that the tea smells lovely but tastes like cardboard. I agree. Tim loves them and he always makes me one. And I try it and it does make your tongue a bit funny, doesn't it? But Tim's into it, so, you know. But yeah, I totally agree. Got a vanilla undertone, but you can tell it's tea. Well, it is a tea, a flavoured tea. Hi, Tony, and everyone, says Mary. Hi, sweetheart. Christine Scott, hello, Tony. At the beach in South Carolina, but weather is a bit cloudy today and we go home tomorrow. Well, enjoy it. Make the most of it. Make the most of your little break, sweetheart. I'm sure it's totally deserved. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, everyone. It's moving too fast. Right, okay, let's get into it. So what I do want to touch on very quickly, guys, is Tim's put the vouchers on. Now, we always do a little bit of a deal to kick the end of the year off. And when we do these deals, it's because we always like to give back to say thank you. Not that we don't do it already over and over. But Tim's popped in our vouchers. Now, you have so many options with our gift vouchers. So maybe you're thinking, I love Stamps by Me, but at the moment I've got everything and the kids are saying to you, what would you like for Christmas, mum, gran, aunt, uncle, whatever it may be. What would you like? Then you have some offers on 3 of our vouchers over on our voucher code page. So if you have a look, Tim, could you just pop them all on? Is that okay? Tim's just going to pop them all on for you a second so you can see all of the variance in price points because people's budgets are different. But we have put an offer on 3 of the vouchers, okay? So basically you buy that voucher price, but you get more. So you can save it and spend it maybe for the latter end of the year. Maybe you want to do it in January. And the great thing about this, guys, is in December, your points are going to reset. But because you've spent £20 on a voucher and got 25, when you spend it in January, what that means is you'll get 25 points. So you're starting to accrue your points immediately in January and get you back up to those 10%, 15s, 20% savings over the course of the year. Because I know a lot of you like to get those discounts in straight away and know that you've got the cheaper price point for the rest of the year. So although you're spending the 20, the voucher is for £25, so you will get those 25 points. So that's amazing in itself. So we have an offer on 3 of the vouchers, okay? Now, we do have an option. If you would like a physical voucher sent in, we do have that option as well, but you need to state that you would like a physical voucher in the comment section when you place your order. If you don't make a comment on the order, a digital one will be sent. I know a lot of you don't mind digital. I don't mind digital. It's a code and you just pop the code in a card or anything like that. But some of you might want something physical to give to a loved one. And if you do want that, then you need to mention in the comments, please send a physical voucher. Now, the offer is on 3 of our vouchers, and I haven't gone for the most expensive and I haven't gone for the cheapest, okay? So if you take a look down at the side here, this is a great way to get ahead. It's absolutely a great way to get ahead. If you are an investor in Stamps by Me, lots of you are, then you're going to save money instantly and accrue points and have further savings for the rest of the year. So here we go. So the first one on there is for the 100. So for the 100, if you spend the 100, you will get a £125 voucher. So you'll get £25 free with that voucher. And it's limitless. You can buy as many as you want. Obviously, 125 quid, you're not going to be buying more than one of those. However, we do have them at a cheaper price point. So if you buy one at 20, you will get a £25 voucher. And if you buy one at 40, you will get a £50 voucher. So this is a way of getting ahead. Save every time you spend. We looked at it today as. And we do this once a year. Last year we did it, and lots of you invested in vouchers that you spent on next year's advent calendar or next January or whenever you want to. We do put a year on them, but honestly they're there for you to spend whenever and however. So the 3 options are the 100 one, you can see there, 32 of you have that in your basket, and you will get a £125 voucher. And then you have a £20 voucher, which you will get a £25 voucher, and then you have a £40 voucher where you will get a £50 voucher. So when I say £40 voucher, it was normally £40 for a £40 voucher, but today you spend the 40 and you get a £50 voucher, so £10 extra, which is amazing, right? Yeah. So Tim's just mouthing to me there, it's a limited time only. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm live with you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for our 6 o'clock live. I'm going to talk about it at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, give people the opportunity to get them. And then I'll probably take them off on the Tuesday. And I'm also taking off the £1 offers as well on Tuesday. Okay, so have a look at those as well. So Mandy says she's had a fight with a glue gun today. Oh. Ian says, can you show me how to make a cracker on the box, an envelope maker? Ian, I don't know how to do that, darling, but I do know a lady that does, and she's in our Eureka fan page, and it's Elaine. So if you want to pop a little comment in the Eureka fan page, I'm sure she'll pick it up. She's blooming brilliant at them. Heating not working, so I'm wrapped up warm, says Angela. Oh, no. Heating not working. Are you warm, though, Angela? Please tell me you're at least warm, wrapped up. 3 pairs of socks. And I hope you've got somebody coming out to sort that out because it's going to get cold. Right, shall we craft? Can we do what I wanted to do today? Because I was feeling a little bit anxious today. So the only way to get rid of that is to craft, okay? So I'm going to be using the Holly and Berry 12 by 12. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, while stocks last, because I don't have a lot of these, but if you do place an order today, I'm going to pop one of these in your order. And this is one of our snowflakes from one of our advent calendars. Don't worry, it's not glass, it's just plastic, but it is so pretty, guys. So it's the SBM snowflake there. So it's got the SBM metal logo on there as well. But it's just sort of like a little keepsake that you can pop on the back of the tree or the front of the tree if you want to. I'm going to pop one of these in your order while stocks last, okay? So if you don't get one, I'll have to think of something else, a little freebie to pop in for you. But yeah, we've got that lovely little snowflake there for you all. So I'll just pop that there. I might actually make a box for that to go in, look. See? Boxes galore. So when you buy the box maker, you actually save money because you don't have to buy a box or a bag or an envelope again, coordination. So I have my 12 by 12 Holly and Berry paper, and I also have the metal dies with the foliage and the poinsettia on. So I've got those to hand, and I've also got lots of die cuts, as you can see here, from when we've been doing Monday Night Lives and showing you then cut through. So we'll use those as well. I've also got my huge pine cone, which looks delicious on the box as well. I've got my hot glue gun. So let's talk you through. Let me show you the paper first, and then I'm going to talk you through the box maker. Now, my box maker looks like it has been kicked around the car park. It has. It came back from Everett, and it came back in a right state. It literally has. It looks like somebody's tried to use, as my son would say, because he grabbed it first, it looks like somebody's tried to use it as a skateboard, mummy, because it's actually lost half of its handle here. So I'm not being wasteful, guys. So if you're thinking that is a battered board, it absolutely is, but it's nothing to do with me and using it, okay? So just look beyond its scars, okay? So let's have a look at the 12 by 12 holly and berry paper, and then I'm going to show you how the board is just incredible. Let's say it this way, right? If you are worried about measurements, complicated instructions, 2 3/4 and 9 4/8, then this board is going to be for you, because it's simplified and it's amazing, okay? It is so super duper simple. And when I show you, you're going to be like, that board I can actually do. Like some of the other boards, and I've got them all, because I have been a crafter. Although I have my own business, I still buy from other brands. They're so blooming complicated. You waste more paper. It's cost you more in paper before you've made a box, right? I'm not saying I aren't going to make a mistake today because it's Sunday, right? But the board is just so simple to use. You'll be probably blown away by it. And if you've already got it, get it dug out and let's have a play together, okay? Sue says, what have I missed? I've been cooking dinner. Just pull the cursor back, Sue. Take me back to the beginning. Rewind, rewind. Right, let's have a look at this holly and berry 12 by 12, because I'm going to use the papers in this one, okay? So this is part of that big bundle. But if you just like the paper, guys, you can just buy the paper if you want to. So let's just show you the designs. I think it's the teal undertones in this one that I've loved this year. That's why Mandy got it, because it's simple. Well, Mandy, I'm going to show you how to get the most out of it today. I've got my, in fact, no, I'm not switching my hot glue gun on yet. I'm not quite ready for that. But let's just show you these first. Look at this, it's like a pencil sketch with that lovely script on there. And I like that this has all been kept green as well. Oh, Elaine says she's used the little boxes to put love hearts in to cheer people up. Oh. It's got that lovely wine glass in. And this is what you saw in that lovely sort of like painted mounts. You can see the designs run absolutely through. Mary says, hi, Tony and everyone. Hi, sweetheart. I hope you're well, darling. Look at this. Elaine, it is you that makes the cracker, is it? Did I get that right? Did you do it on the board or did you just do it out of memory? Papers are stunning. They're so pretty. We love, 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 love. So we're going to use these papers today. I'm not sure which. Probably take me half an hour to decide, but you know, who cares, right? Back away from the glue gun, Tony. There we go. So that is your full 12 by 12 paper collection. Now let's have a quick look at the board. Now, don't judge. Right, so here's the board, look. Yeah, I said, didn't I? It looks like literally someone has, well, somebody has skated on it. Something's happened to it. So, let me show you the board. So when you get the board, it has instructions down the left for the box and down the right for the envelope. Now, I've done videos on these. I've done quick 2-minute pick videos on how to do both of these. They're attached to the QR code so you can watch them. And as I did this evening, because I've not touched this for about 4 months, this bot, I had to refresh. And honestly, the first one I did wrong. So when you do your first one, make sure you do it on some paper you're not too fussed about. Just get back in your mind how it works. And then you can do your best paper, right? So basically, the box makes envelopes and coordinating boxes or vice versa. Super duper simple. So the box element of it, it makes a 4x4 box, which is this one. Okay, so quite a good size, guys. And the smallest one that it makes is 1.75 by 1.75, which is perfect for a Ferrero Rocher. So if you can get your head around those little circle chocolates, that's the size it goes down to. Here is another one I made just before coming to air. So you don't need any glue. The system is held together by the sort of like lock and eye system, which is built into the board as well. And then you can create your coordinating envelopes as well. So I have my box and my envelope here that I coordinated beautifully. And the good thing about this, guys, is if you've got a load of 12 by 12 paper just stacking up, get your board out, get sat at a table and just make box after box, and then do all the scoring and things like that, and then maybe put them in a pack and sell them, so that if you're giving them to somebody, they just have to score them on the score lines and build them. They don't physically have to have any glue. They don't have to have any sort of craft supplies to put product inside them. Obviously, if they are a crafter, they are going to decorate them and make them more elevated, but you know, the system is there, no glue is required at all, okay? Ordered the paper pack, says Nancy. Well done, sweetheart. So it makes the boxes and it makes the envelopes. And you do, even though you've got the details on the top of the board here, you do get your 2 sheets as well, okay? I would probably laminate these, or maybe keep them in a file or in a drawer so you're not going to lose them, because they're great as a refresh. Because I had to refresh, or equally just look at the measurements on top, because it's super duper simple, okay? So when I show you this, and if you haven't got this, you need to get this today, because you're going to be making lots of boxes and lots of coordinating envelopes as well. So I'm going to turn my hot glue gun on now, so it's ready for when we come to add some detail. Just set that aside. So the hot glue gun, this one is the best ever, okay? This one is the Hobbytech. It's the one that they use for the glue gun art. I have 3 of these because my son loves the glue gun art and did the flowers, if you remember me showing you the picture. It's just brilliant. It doesn't drip so much like the others. It's got a good hold on it. I'm just going to switch that on there. So for those that were asking, it's a good Hobbytech, it's called. There is a Hobbytech website, I believe, as well. Right. You're going to use this, sorry? I did say that. He's just saying there the videos are attached below the tools. So if you see the tools, they are there. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So first of all, let me show you how we make a box, quite simply, okay? So let's make the biggest box. So this is the box area on the left here, okay? And I'm not even going to show you the instructions. I'm just going to show you the ones, okay, how simple it is. Because if you start reading this, you might, oh, it sounds a little bit complicated. But once I show you once, it's not. And like I say, you do have the video to refer to. So on the bottom here, to make a 4x4 by 4x4 box, you're going to need a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Right, let's grab a piece of 12 by 12 paper then, shall we? Right, so let's go with... Right, what am I going to do with my boxes first? Which one am I going to do? Boo! I'll do these ones with the bright red berries. Okay, so I am going to do... Have I got 2 of those, or have I already used one? I might have cut myself short there, guys, because I think I probably... Let's use these ones because I've got 2 of these, because this is my sheet of paper, as you know, because I do use them. So I have those 2. So we can make a nice coordinating envelope as well. So it says, to make that big box, you're going to need a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Well, I've got my piece of 12 by 12. Thank you very much. Let me show you how it works. Super easy. So it says at the start line and diagonal line, XL. Can you see here? XL and XL. And pretty much they're all replicated the same. There's the odd change where they're different, one's different on each side. And that's if you're making more of a rectangle box for like a lipstick or something like that. But generally square, they are the same. So it says XL and XL. So I can see on the left here, I've got an XL here. And then if you chug along, I've got another XL here. So I have to score on XL and XL. Okay, so all I'm going to do, sorry, not score, line up. So I'm going to take my 12 by 12 and I'm going to pop it in my tool and I'm going to put it on the XL line. You see here? Like so. And there's 3 movements that are required. By the way, you also get your tool as well. So I'm just going to pop it in at the XL. All you need to remember is the first one. It's XL. So always remember XL. Okay? So XL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to score. Take your time and score down because there's rivets. As you can see, I've got my extender arm out here. Okay? So I've scored down there and then I'm just going to score. Take your time. So down, right. And then we've got XL here. Can we see? So I'm going to take the XL here and bring it to there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? Punch. Okay, then I'm going to turn my piece of paper around and I'm going to line it back up with XL. So pop it on the XL line and I'm going to score down and I'm going to score across. Take your time with it. If you try and go fast, you'll get a wonky donkey line. Okay, and then XL here to there and then punch. Then I'm going to twist it again and line it up with XL. Score down. Score across. And then XL here. And then punch. And then again, XL. Score down. Go across. And then XL to here. And then punch. Okay, so that's the hard work done. Let me just turn this heater off. And then if you look, you've got sort of 4 punched, okay? But we've also got 4 unpunched as well. You see? 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. So what I do is I just turn it over so I can see the score line because I can't see a thing on the patterned paper. Can you see? These little triangles here, they need to come out. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them into the punch, line them in the punch, and punch them out. So there's 1 there. It doesn't matter which way you do it. I've only turned it over because I can't see on the pattern, okay? So punch there. So just looking at that there, can we see? So we have punch, 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 and then we have all of our scoring in the centre there. But because it's a glueless box, we need to do the sort of rivet in the corner here, okay? So I'm just going to pop it into this punch here, pop it into the slot as far as it will go and punch. And what it does is it gives me this little eyelet system here. And this is where I don't need any glue to close the box, okay? Elaine just said she's done a how-to guide in the Eureka group for the cracker. Brilliant. Thanks so much, Elaine. So check that one out. They can change the size easily. And envelopes. Okay. So here we go. If I tilt that forward, you can absolutely see. So then all that's left to do literally is to score. Is anybody thinking that was easy? I didn't even cut the 12 by 12 piece of paper down. So that's cool, right? So let's score on all of the lines. So just take a moment then just to score on all of the lines that you've done. So I like to do the sort of like long lines first. And then we've got our edges at the top here. And then these pieces obviously come up So you just need to nip these. I don't completely nip them, but I just put my nail in the little thing and just give it a little bit of a nip like that. And then turn it round and nip. So it looks like that. So you can see pretty quickly when we come to pinch it up what's going to happen, can't you? So I'm going to pull this one up and I'm going to hook and eye that one. And then I'm going to pull the sides up here and just be a bit careful with it because it is card at the end of the day. And then I'm just going to hook and eye this one without hopefully the other one coming undone. Take your time. It's not a race. And you have your glueless pot. Nice, right? What do we think? And then you've got your remnants there of the corners. What do we think? Do you think you'd be able to do that one? Do you want me to make, let's make a different size one to show you how easy it is to make a smaller one as well. So let's just set that aside. This is the one that I am going to decorate though. So let's just get rid of our rubbish there. So let's grab another one. So for smaller boxes, you obviously have to trim them down. So let's go for this one, this nice vintage one here. And then let's get our board and see what size box we want to create, okay? So when you get your box, all the box sizes are here on the left. Fabulous, says Angela. So all the box sizes are on the left here, okay? So let's do a 2.5 by a 2.5 by a 175. Let's see what that looks like. So it's saying here, paper you need for it, Toni, is 7 by 7. I should really just grab a piece of 7 by 7 from over there rather than cutting into this. So just give me a second, guys. Let me just grab a 7 by 7 from the counter here. I'm going to try and get a nice dark green. Let me just make sure it is 7 by 7. It is. So 7 by 7, okay? So super duper easy. Let's see what it says now. So, excuse me. There are a few options on here for paper size for 7 by 7. Can you see here? We've got a 7 by 7, a 2.5, or you've got a 7 by 7, a 1.5. So that's going to give you like the lipstick and thin or long and thin. I don't guess it really matters. So it says here, so for this particular one, this 7 by 7, it says on the small and the medium. So we've got small here, and on the second one, we've got medium here. So let's pop it in, small and medium. So I'm lining it up with the small, exactly as we did with the XL. Get my score tool, so down on the small and all the way across. And then it says the medium, didn't it? So I'm going medium and punch. I'm going to twist it around. I'm going to pop it on the small. So just take your time. And then don't forget it's medium, like so. And then punch. And we're going to turn it round. Small. Then on the medium. And punch. Twist it round. Small. Medium. And punch. So you can see, hopefully you can see my score lines there. Can you see that there? Then what we need to do is, remember, we need to remove these sort of like corners here, these little triangles. I'm just going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. So you can see that's the triangle I need to take out there. So I'm just going to pop it in and punch it out. I'm going to do it on all of them. Like so, and then we have our box, and we need to do our little eyelet system, so I'm just going to pop it in here and get rid of all my bits. And then you pop the corner right flush into the corner like so, and then punch, and then you'll get your eyelet. So far so good? Make it look so easy, Toni. And then all we're going to do is we're going to score on all of our lines. And then just nip our little pieces that come in. I haven't got a score line on that one. What's going on there? I must have missed that one. So basically, all we're going to do there is pull up. Let's hook and eye it here. Like so. Just give that a little bit of a help because I didn't put a score line in. I don't know why. There we go. Like so, and then we'll bring our other side up like so, and then all you do, take a bit of time to do it. That's what happens. If you try and rush, you just unhook the other one underneath. So just take your time with it, I think. And then all fingers and thumbs. He says, not made life easy for myself with the non-score of one of the corners, but it's okay, I'll make it work. There we go. And give it a bit of a manipulate it a little bit. Make sure you do all your scores. I must have missed a medium there. But there we go. So now you're looking at something like a little chocolate bar, or make sure you score it properly, guys. See? How awesome. It's so cool, guys. So we've got another look at this. So you could ribbon them up. So if you did them in sort of like size variation, you could put a big ribbon. Obviously, that would be better. But you get the idea, guys, right? So it is super duper cool. So let me show you now how to do an envelope, okay? So I am decorating this big one, but I want an envelope to match. So let me get out my board. I love this paper collection. It is so pretty. Right, so let's do an envelope this time, guys. So you can pick whatever envelope you want. So again, the card size down this side is the card size you've made. The envelope comes out a little bit bigger, which is brilliant because you have you might have some embellishments on it, or you might have a bit of overhang. So it's brilliant to have this, okay? So it's well, let's have a look what I want to do. Let me have a think about it. So let's do a 5 by 7 because the score line is 4, okay? So I need to cut a piece of paper to 9.5 by 9.5, okay? So let's do that. Let's just move that, bring in my paper. 9.5 by 9.5. So let me cut that. Am I inspiring anybody to get the stuff out? Or are we just having a chill out Sunday, guys? So 9.5 by 9.5. So it's a little bit different for your envelopes. Equally as easy, but a little bit different, okay? So these lines down here, these measurements here, are sort of like for your box. And then for the envelope, you've got sort of like sizes on the top here. I hope you can just see those if I tilt it down. There we go. So you've got 4, 3, 2, and then the sizes in between, okay? So for my envelope, I'm doing, did I just do 9.5 by 9.5? 5 by 7, I said, didn't I? So 9.5 by 9.5. So it says here you score on 4. 4. Now 4's here, okay? So all you do is you put your cardstock in at 4 for an envelope at the 4, and you score down. Make sure it's in line. And you score across. And you punch, okay? Then you twist your card and you pop it in at 4. Make sure it's lined up here at the 4. Am I doing this right? Wait a minute. That looks like it's got 2 score lines. So I punched, and then you twist. Oh, see what I mean? Made a hash of it already. Let me just get my mind around this, guys. Start again, Tony. So in at 4, that's there. Twist. Right, so here we go. Took something, see what I mean, guys? You need to refresh. So let's just pretend I haven't done that. Let's do it. So in at 4, so we punched, we scored down, didn't we? And we scored across. And then all you do then is this line, okay? You pop it back in and you line it back up with this. Okay, can you see? And then you score across and you punch. And then this line, you line it back up. You punch and you score. I'm going to do this again so you have absolute clarity on what the chuffing stuffing I'm doing, because I've confused myself there. So, and then I'm just going to pop that in there like so. I'm just going to punch out that corner. Turn it over. Can we see? Whew. So all you need to do for your envelope is you need to line it up at the 4, and every score line that you do, you need to take that score line back to this line here. Okay? Super duper easy. I'm saying it's super duper easy. I've just made that look overcomplicated. Let's make this envelope and then we'll do another. Okay? So let's just move that out of the way. Once you've done it once, you'll be, you've seen me do it loads. And then all you do is then you fold up your envelope. Oh, you Daphne says, my parcel is only in Canada, should be getting it by Tuesday. I am happy, speedy delivery. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm excited for you to get that, darling. So then all you do then is obviously you have your envelope. So you glue it down. And I have my coordinated envelope. These are the ones that I'm going to decorate. But just a little bit of a tip for you guys. What I like to do with my envelopes is I like to glue. She says, let's just unblock my hole. I like to glue, and then I sort of like tuck in that little bit of excess. So I stick it down like so. Give that a second to grab. Chuffing, stuffing, ha, says Mandy. Yeah. I just made that look super complicated, didn't I, Mandy? Listen, I'm only human. I did have to refresh when I came back on, but you do have the videos that I've done for you all. And then this piece here, obviously let the glue dry, but then I just sort of like tuck this in, and you can glue that down as well. So then you get that lovely finish. I mean, come on, who's not going to get excited by a gift that's coordinated like that, okay? So, in fact, I did say I'm going to do another envelope, so I didn't make it look as hard as it was. So let's just get another piece of cardstock here. Let's do it again. So let's do the same one again. I said 5 by 7, didn't I? So 9.5 by 9.5. So let's grab the piece of paper here. So 9.5 by 9.5. The boxes, guys, are pretty much limited stock. The boxes are limited stock. Dieta says, Toni, will you be bringing the board on HTCN? We've just had this conversation before we've gone live. Dieta, the problem I have when it comes to tools is I only buy about between 2,000 and 5,000 boards. And what that enables me to do is sell them to the customers at the price point because of how low they are. But when I have to sell to a super duper channel, TV channel, obviously, you know that they take quite a high percentage and there's just no money in it. So by the time I've shipped it to the States, put the price point on it, I honestly do not think people would buy it at the price point it would need to be for me to even make a dime. So unfortunately, it's a no. However, I'm never going to say never, because as you all know, I'm growing at a rate of knots on HSN. So once I get my minutes in and I get more airtime and, you know, I've proved my worth, who's to say in a year or two, those numbers will go from 5 to 10,000, and that means then I can bring you the similar price points as well. So just going to have to stick with me on that one. Love that saying. Right, so let's do another 7 by 7, okay? Without causing a hash of things. So again, so I did say 5 by 7, so let me find that. Did I just cut that at 9.5 by 9.5? Just need to make sure my envelope's right, or else I'll make another hash of it. So it says score on 4, so we'll pop it in 4. Okay, so it's here on the 4. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to score down, take your time, score across, and then punch, and then this line goes to 4. This line goes in here, not to 4 here. You see? I'm going to line that back up there. See? Can you see it's just in that rivet there? Okay? And then I'm just going to do a cross. And I'm going to take this line, line it up again, punch. And then this line is going to go here, but we don't need to do it anyway because we've got the lines in there. Can we see both lines? Finish that line there and then punch. And you see, so when you pop it in, guys, and you line it up at 4, you do your first line. It's very easy to then think, oh, I need to line it back up to 4. If you line it back up to 4, it's not going to work, and it can sometimes cause confusion. So all you need to do when you pop your cardstock in is go to the number it says, number 4, do your score line down and your score line across, and then the top score line, you just need to twist it back into the recess here. And then just do the top score line. Take this one to the recess here and just do the top score line, and take this one to the recess here and do the top score line. Make sure you put your punches in as well. The weight of this cardstock is 250, I believe. No, this one's 200, darling. So this one is 200. And then you have, if you use double-sided papers, that's even more luxurious, isn't it? So now we have our envelope. So the smallest envelope you can make is 2 by 3.5. So that's a great sort of like small little postage type style one. You've got ones for HTCs, you've got ones for 4.25 by 5.5 as well. And the size goes up to an envelope of 6 by 8.5. So that's quite a big envelope. The envelope board square-wise goes as big as 6 by 6 envelope. That's obviously because of your 12 by 12 paper. And then the box, the biggest is 4 by 4 by 4, which is this big one here. And then it goes right down to a 1.75 by 1.75, which is the little chocolate one I spoke about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that away. I hope that's helped. If you have purchased it, there are some videos linked, but please make sure you keep hold of the little instructions just to refer to, because as you've just seen me there, you do have to refresh, and just refresh on some scrap paper or something before you ruin. Don't dive straight in with your best papers. So let's decorate my box here and my envelope. So I have from my Christmas stuff that I've pre-cut, which is this die here, which you can buy on its own. I'm sorry, mine's so messy. But you have sort of like the poinsettia, you have the foliage and all of the bits and pieces to create like 3D flowers and things like that. If you've bought our lovely pine cone, you can use that. These boxes look beautiful with the words on the side. That's a little bit big, but we do, if you've bought these as well, you have our lovely brooch word dies, so you could pop your words on and embellish them further that way if you want to. Let me just get rid of this. We have love. If you've got a Valentine's, so if you have bought the board, you can absolutely embellish in other ways as well. But I am going to make this into a Christmas one. So first of all, I've just got some ribbon from my stash, which is this lovely sort of like sagey, metallic-y green ribbon. And I'm just going to cut some of this. honestly, guys, giving the gift, it doesn't have to be expensive. You could put a handmade something in here as well, an exploding box, a gift card, a candle. It doesn't have to be expensive. What matters is how you've made it and how luxurious it is and the time that you've taken to make somebody. The handmade gift of giving always cheers me up. I don't really care what's inside, you've made it. So I always feel like, you know, take the time to make something extra special. So I have this ribbon here. This is probably a little bit short. It probably needed to be longer legged, but let's just go for it anyway. So I'm going to go and tie a cute something on here. Should have done longer legs, Toni. Why am I tight? I just said, give somebody something that's lovely, and then I'm tight with my ribbon. So now you've got the world's smallest bow. I'm such a comic at times, honestly. Such a comic. I'm going to cut another piece. I promise you I'm not this tight in real life. I promise you. So I've got a longer piece now. I wanted a nice big bow on top, so let's pop him in there like so. Let's do his legs. Slipper socks. Oh, yeah. I love a nice hot foot. I hate being cold, as you all know. That is better. Don't be tight with your ribbon, guys. Don't be tight. Tidy his legs up. And then, oh, that is just so nice. Look at that. And then, from the Christmas bits and pieces, so obviously put your gift in before you obviously start to. And then I've got, look at this. So you could pop a pine cone in. I'm going to glue this. I'm going to pop a pine cone in. In fact, I'll tuck that right under that ribbon like that. We've got a lovely pine cone there. And then we have some of our lovely flowers. Nobody's going to want to destroy this to get into it, but I just think it just looks wonderful. And for the cost, I know it costs you to get the dyes and things like that, but for the cost of the paper, let people smash into it, get that Christmas gift out. What's the surprise this year? That's the flower. We'll pop another one in the centre here. So this one, this particular flower here, guys, this one at the top, sorry, this white one, that has the sparkle, you know, this one. So you can see it's colourless. It's just incredible. It just catches the shimmer of light there. And then I have this one, which has also got a centre in. So I'm going to use this one too. Oh, lovely pine cone in there. And your legs on your ribbon, sometimes if you cut them nicely, you can twist the ribbon and give them like a cascade down the side of the box like that. So I'm just going to pin her legs down there a little bit, hide it under there so you can't really see. Just needs a nice tag with the name on now and all of the strandly bits. And then we'll do the leg at this side. Might do it actually up there. Like so. So it's coming together, look, guys. And then I'd like to have seen more of that pine cone. I might pull that out a little bit. He's just too nice to hide. And then we have the greenery. So in that particular set, you get your greenery as well. So let's just get some greenery. Now, if you are adding these to your boxes, make sure you take your ink and distress the edges so you've not got white. And then I go and stick that in there and then totally hide the pine cone. And then I think I've got a little bit more green here. What do we think? This luggy is absolutely doing my head in, so I'm going to just nip him up a bit, give him a bit of dimension. His leg, his bow is a little bit big, so I'm just going to pop a little bit inside there. Create a bit of dimension there, because it doesn't actually look like a bow anymore. What do we think? And then the coordinated envelope as well. Got all these legs on here. So these pieces you could absolutely, because we need a panel on the front of here, so let's cut this one down. So then you can stamp or write their name. So let's not be wasteful with our cardstock that we've used of the waste of our box. Like so. Make sure you distress your edges a little bit there, guys. Oh, let's not waste that as well then. So we've got probably too big to... Let's just see. Let's just see. And then you could handwrite their name on there. Obviously, this wouldn't particularly go through the post very well, but if you are dropping your friends' gifts off, then and there would definitely be some sparkle added to this one too, and a centre as well. But there, I'm going to leave it there. So that needs like a diamond. It needs some that clear sparkle putting on there as well. So here we go. Well, we will attach this video as well. What do we think, guys? I mean, you don't have to add the ribbon, but not to be wasteful or anything like that. There we go. A lovely gift box that could have a candle, perfume, chocolates, beauty, just another card inside another card, maybe a little mini album, guys. If you've got all of your embellishments cut and things like that, you can have some fun playing with those. Did you like that? So let me just recap on some of the items in the show. I hope you've liked that. If you've already got the items, you need to dig them out now and have a play. Make sure you don't burn yourself on your hot glue gun though, guys. So don't forget, if you just joined the show a little bit later, we still have the £1 items on. They're a shifting gear from the products that you will have got from your last pound item. So if you are investing for the second time, you shouldn't get any duplicates, hopefully. And you'll be able to get those amazing, amazing offers. And then we do have those boxes. So it's £45 for the 3 boxes, which is eye-watering deal anyway. And then me and Tom have packed a 4th box with a thank you sticker on for you. So you will get those 4 boxes of items from Stamps by Me. So that's another little offer. We have the offer on the 3 vouchers. So the 20, you buy the 20, you get a £25 voucher. You buy the 40, you get a £50 voucher. And you buy the 100 and you get a £125 voucher. And then we have all of the goodies in the show as well. So you've got lots of options, great way to get some savings as well, and it's been wonderful to have your company on a Sunday afternoon. I don't know what any of you are doing, but make sure you stay warm, you stay cosy, and if you have items in on our pick and pack and they haven't been dispatched, you can continue to add to your order until those items are dispatched. I will tell you, Becky is not back in the office until Wednesday, so you have a few days to keep adding to your basket. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely Sunday evening. We're now going home to watch Back to the Future. Can't wait for that one. Have a lovely afternoon stroke evening, guys. Take care. Thanks for coming. Bye, guys.